FIBA Basketball World Cup, our second semifinal in this competition. And the first possession to the Serbs, who are in their red uniforms. France come out in the white. France in man-to-man defense. There's Teodosic, who curls around the screen. His first shot up and good. And for Serbian hearts, that's an encouraging start.
That's a great start. Good execution. As we see, he's deadly coming off those screens. Uses them very well.
Here's Boris Diaw, loves to operate in the low post. A terrific passer. He'll snap a pass to Batum. Batum inserts it to Geoffrey Lauvergne, and his high arching shot rattles in and out. Markovic with the rebound for Serbia. Markovic with the teardrop, wouldn't bounce. Here's Hurtel, who brings it back across the mid-court stripe for France. Diaw draws the double team. His pass intercepted by Teodosic, so excellent job by the Serbs. Here's Markovic in the open court. He'll give it to Nikola Kalinic, and Kalinic goes to the cup.
He goes to the cup straight, hard, aggressive to the basket. We've seen him do it time and time again. Runs the floor very well. That's a nice setup there by his teammate, Markovic.
There's Mikhail Jelabal in the low post. He'll kick it out to Boris Diaw. Diaw tests his range, and he threads it.
Diaw is key for this French team. We know he can facilitate. He needs to look at the basket. We see he's already starting off by hitting the first three. That's going to stretch the defense.
Diaw had 15 points for France in their win against Spain. And you're right, John. With this team, Diaw needs to be a little bit more of a scorer than he's accustomed to. He is a fantastic passer of the basketball. Markovic trying to impose himself on Hurtel. The little teardrop shot up and good. And there's one of the young players that you alluded to in our opening comments, John. You like the game of Stefan Markovic.
Oh, Markovic is great, especially I love his defensive pressure on the ball. But we've seen him go in the post. He's been able to score on smaller opponents.
Speaking of in the post, here's Diaw. His little pass to Lauvergne is off the mark as he kind of alligator arms it short. Bjelica finds Radulica, and Radulica shows good patience. His hook shot wouldn't fall, and back come France. Hurtel rides the screen of Diaw. And Jelabal ends up with a shot from distance, in and out. Kalinic bleeds out. But the Serbs decide to walk it up. John, it's a good matchup here between Nemanja Bjelica and Boris Diaw, two players who can play on the perimeter from their position.
Yeah, they both have great ball handling skills. They can pass the ball.
Radulica gets his own miss, and good execution by the Serbs as they saw Radulica with the mismatch. He had Hurtel in the low post, missed the first opportunity, but he got his rebound and earns himself a trip to the line.
Yeah, he scored 21 points in their first matchup. And Lauvergne was also the one on Serbia that did the best, 19 points. We've seen both of them active in the beginning.
Well, coming in for France is Rudy Gobert, who will replace Geoffrey Lauvergne. Gobert, one of the French heroes in the win against Spain. He had 13 rebounds, and that came against the Gasol brothers and Serge Ibaka off the bench.
What a great job he did on the post defense besides those rebounds, but he really impacted the game around the rim, and we hadn't seen anybody come close to doing that against the Spanish team.
The question, of course, John, for a young player like Gobert is, can he find a level of consistency and play at that same level again here tonight?
I think one important key for Gobert is his confidence. We see the capability, the tools he has to work with, but he may be lacking some confidence. If he gets off a good start, it's going to be dangerous for Serbia. He imposes his will underneath the basket.
Well, Radulica makes one of two on his trip to the line. Here are France back the other way, and Diaw in his office. Diaw with a turnaround up and good.
That's a tough shot to guard. He would look like he's going middle like he likes to do. Spun back, really no defense for that type of shot.
There's Teodosic. Big strong hedge by Gobert, a little bit too strong as Radulica is all by himself in the paint, and Teodosic picks him out.
Yeah, it was great pass by Teodosic. Gobert didn't get there in time. He didn't get any help from his teammates rotating.
This pass intercepted, or at least deflected, by Stefan Markovic, and he gets a well-deserved round of applause from his coach, Sasa Djordjevic. There's the pass to Radulica, and he knows what to do with it when he gets it in there. Hurtel to Diaw. Now Diaw's going to back down Teodosic. Radulica offers himself in help, and Rudy Gobert with a flush of his own.
That's a great option. If you can get Gobert the ball underneath the basket, if he's got both his feet planted, you know it's going to be a dunk.
Well, Gobert is called upon a little earlier than he's accustomed to by Coach Collet. He's getting in the first couple of minutes of the first quarter. Radulica, look away pass to Markovic, it wouldn't drop. Pretty pass by Radulica. Back comes Hertel. He'll hook a pass to Nico Batum with his first opportunity to score, and he strings it.
Great execution. We saw the cut by Markovic on the prior play, but we see how well the French move without the ball. Their cuts to the basket. We saw Batum free himself.
Good ball movement by the Serbs. Radulica shimmies through the lane. He'll move it on to Teodosic, and Teodosic is 2 for 2.
Teodosic is on fire. We've seen this. He is so focused. He has any open look, you know that ball's going in.
Well, Teodosic has just signaled to the bench, John. He was holding his ankle. Let's hope he's okay. As Diao gets a touch in an area he likes to receive it. Gobert is going to screen for Gelibal, who will reject the screen. There's Batum, shot clock at 2. Off the board, no good. Good defense by the Serbs.
Markovic was right in his jersey.
Stefan Markovic and Nikola Kalinic, both gritty defenders for Serbia.
Contesting every shot.
Teodosic right to the rim, and it drops.
Split the defenders, made a beeline to the basket. Nice quickness.
Well, there's an opportunity, John, where he rejected the screen. The defender was shaping to screen and roll defense, and a blow-by by Teodosic. Good read, and it shows the intelligence of the number 4 from Serbia.
That's true. He doesn't stand out for his athletic ability, but he displayed some quickness on that play. But one thing he certainly does have, besides good court vision, he has a great feel for the game.
Checking in now is Antoine Diot, who has shown a great feel for the game himself. He has played admirably at the point, sharing those responsibilities with Thomas Hertel. Now we're seeing Nenad Krstić strip off, come in for Serbia. He'll replace Miroslav Radulica. Krstić has played sparingly throughout this tournament, but Coach Djordjevic goes to him early here in the first quarter, John. That's a good sign for Krstić to get himself involved in the opening quarter of this game.
I agree, and I think he'll do well against Gobert because he gets good position on both ends of the floor.
Kalinic takes away the penetration of Gelibal. Gelibal shot off the mark, and Bjelica with the rebound. Here comes Serbia. Bjelica can really handle the ball on the perimeter. This is another good matchup. Bjelica and Batum, 2 guys with length. Bjelica with the downtown 3, in and out.
That's the one thing he struggled here. He's only shooting 22% coming into this game from deep range, but we all know he can hit that shot.
Diao gets called for the travel. So Serbia have played well on defense. As you look at Thomas Hertel, gets a break on the French bench. And here's a young talent, John, that you love. Bogdan Bogdanovic, the number 7 for Serbia.
Oh, he's fun to watch on both ends of the court. He had a great matchup against Batum that first game. We saw him take it to the basket. Also very good on the defensive end.
It's been a great year for Bogdanovic. He was drafted this summer in the first round, 27th pick of the Phoenix Suns. He's headed to Fenerbahce next year in Turkey, where he will continue to grow and develop. Here's Teodosic, top of the key. Picks up his dribble again. He finds Krstić, this time in the lane, and that just rims out.
This was a difference. We saw Fournier rotated, picked up Krstić. It's a difference in the play when Radulica was wide open. There was no rotation on the French defense.
So good defense by Fournier as he cuts back door. Diao spills it. Markovic comes up with it. Here's Bogdanovic with his first touch of the evening. Teodosic wisely keeps his dribble alive, moves it on to Markovic. His line drive shot is good.
Well, we can see Teodosic can see over the defense. He wanted to hit the roller on that pass, but he's got such great court vision. He saw the other side of the court. Markovic was wide open. The defense had rotated to pick up Krstić.
Get some shouts of Serbia here in La Palacio de Deportes. in Madrid. Diaw's shot draws iron. And it's again another one-and-done trip for the French. Oh, somehow Teodosic picked out Bjelica, couldn't quite find him with the pass. Fournier, another good defensive play. And Teodosic draws the foul. John, it was a French team who showed their prowess on the boards. They out-rebounded Spain 50-28, a remarkable statistic. But at the moment, they're not really getting any offensive boards of any note here in the first quarter. And we're going to take our first break here from Madrid. It's a timeout by the French. Serbia lead France in the semi, 17-10. Teodosic with 7 points. He's got a field goal from inside the arc and one from out it. There's the three from Milos Teodosic. That was a terrific pass there to Radulica. And now Teodosic is going to try to add to his total as he steps to the charity stripe for 2 tiros libre, as they say here in Spain. Free throws. I've learned a lot from you this week.
I've been learning from you. What is that? Three-pointers are troika.
That's it. That's Serbian. It. Exactly right. We'll hope to turn to that for the Serbian fans sometime this evening. Teodosic, who has a fantastic resume. 2010, he was the EuroLeague MVP and the FIBA Europe Player of the Year. Goes 1 for 2. This trip to the line, and here come the French. Gobert. John, I thought he was going to go straight to the basket. He had space and just a little bit too unselfish.
You could see he planted both feet. I was expecting him to wind up and dunk that ball. We've seen him just take off from those positions, but right there he's being unselfish. Look for his teammate in the corner, threw it too high.
Well, his pass ended up in a bench. The good thing for him, it ended up in the Serbia bench. You don't want those turnovers to end up in the coach's hands or your own team. Serbia cycle the basketball, and Bjelica picks out Markovic like a treat.
That's another assist for the Serbian team. 6 already for their 8 baskets. Markovic moving so well without the ball.
Serbia right now have got the French doubled up 20-10. Fournier gets in the lane. He'll step back for the mid-range jumper, and that is a easy basket for Evan Fournier.
He created that shot very well. Bogdanovic was right on it, but he's able to penetrate to the basket, pull up in time, gets in space to shoot.
Krstic posts and then reposts, gets it back. His reverse layup. Draws the foul from Rudy Gobert. Krstic will step to the line.
No, this is a tough matchup for Gobert. Krstic uses his body so well. He's getting into Gobert's body on both ends of the floor. Not giving Gobert any space to jump and use his length. He's got incredible length that we see with his hands straight up there. He's practically touching the rim.
To be fair to Gobert, John, that's a tough one for him, right? He's pretty much straight up and down, but Krstic initiates the contact, and he's rewarded with a trip to the line.
Yeah, Krstic, I mean, he's a veteran. He knows how to use his body, and the smart play. Gobert kept his hands straight up, but ref saw enough contact to whistle the foul.
This Flo Pietrus, who's come in to replace Boris Diaw with just over a minute to play. Krstic trying to establish that double-digit lead. Shot wouldn't fall. Gobert clears the boards for France. Stefan Jovic, number 6 in for Serbia. Kalinic with the foul as he's trying to stay close to Nikola Batum. No easy task. You can see right there, Kalinic trying to fight through the top of the screen, but not enough space for him. Gets called for the foul. Fournier. Good inside-out play by the French. Opens up the shot for Diaw. No good. And look at the effort of Nikola Kalinic. Just couldn't find an outlet pass. Not for a lack of trying. And with less than a minute to play now, France with another opportunity this trip down the floor.
Serbia is so physical on the perimeter. With their perimeter players are fast and strong.
Batum pushes a bounce pass to Diaw, who couldn't find space. He has to kick it out to Nikola Batum! And voila! Batum with a 3 in the death to the shot clock.
That was a tough shot. Bogdanovic closed out on Batum, got the perfect arch on it, got over the reach. Bogdanovic.
Well, Coach Djordjevic signals he wants a last shot. There's 10 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Bjelica feathers a pass to Krstić, who finds Kalinic on the backdoor cut. It was a tough reverse layup. And to any American fans watching, you might be screaming at your television that was goaltending in international play. Once the ball strikes the rim, anybody, offensive or defensive, any player can come in and touch it. Well, at the end of the first quarter, Serbia lead by 6 against the French. It's 21-15. Teodosic, France come out with Dio, Fournier, Gobert, Flo Pietrus, and Nicolas Batum. Batum steps back against the man. Bjelica draws the back of the rim. Teodosic digs out the rebound for Serbia. Teodosic turns the corner of the screen, a little pass to Jovic, and Jovic won't get an easier opportunity tonight, just left it short.
Yeah, we see again an excellent cut by Jovic. To short arm that shot. Length of Gobert definitely bothered him.
Batum now going to try to use his advantage over Jovic, kicks to Fournier. Fournier's three on the way, that is partially deflected by Bjelica. It shows his attributes as a perimeter defender. Teodosic doesn't look inside and then knocks down another three. Teodosic is in fuego.
Yes, he is sharp. We see it again. This nothing but net. Pulled up. If you're France, you do not want to give him any clean looks at the basket.
Teodosic with 11. Batum, his shot draws the front of the rim. Flo Pietrus with a rebound, John, and finally the French get to the backboard, and you need these hustle plays. In fact, the last two possessions they've had Flo Pietrus here with one, and then they kept a previous possession alive. So maybe Coach Collet spoke about getting to the backboard in the huddle.
Well, I think Flo Pietrus is in there. I mean, he's done great work on the boards, but I think his primary responsibility right now is to shut down Bjelica.
Oh, Fournier with a heady play off the back of a defender, but the ball wouldn't bounce kindly to him.
You saw that schoolyard play there.
That's one of the plays you never want to get caught being victimized by. Terrific backdoor cut by Teodosic as he acknowledges the pass. It's Bogdanovic who's the provider. Batum, he runs into a double team. Jovic gives it to Krstić in the break. And Krstić is probably as glad as anyone to hear the whistle. Sadly, it's Nicolas Batum who's down. And look at the sportsmanship here of Coach Djordjevic, who just wants to go out and help Batum. Or maybe he's doing the Gaelic shrug and rolling his shoulders a little bit to say, is he really injured?
Is he going to step on him? Get him while he's down? We saw Krstić take the ball here. And he heard that whistle. I wonder if he's thinking, are they going to call a carry or something?
I'm sure he was looking for the referee to see if he was signaling the travel.
That is painful. He got hit.
You had a couple of bumps like that in your career?
I don't know if I got hit that hard, but yeah, if you could, that's painful. You saw he took the full brunt of that contact.
Let's hope he's not concussed, because France could certainly use him. Lovern checks in for Batum. Radulica catches the ball amongst a sea of white jerseys. Just couldn't finish, but he'll get a trip to the line. Nice pass by Jovic, and as I like to say, John, the bounce pass is the scoring pass.
I agree with you. I love the bounce pass, especially in those situations. Very difficult for the defense to get down and catch that pass or deflect it.
So Serbia with an 11-point lead. You look at the Serbian bench. This is Miroslav Radulica, who's putting forth a resume, John, potentially to be one of the all-tournament selections in this competition.
He got off to a great start, scoring. He's been dominating inside. He's definitely got to get some consideration for some kind of honor like that.
Played for the Milwaukee Bucks last year, did Radulica. In 2010, he was a Serbian League MVP. Pietrus left by himself. The shot just falls softly off the rim. Back come the Serbs as they try to turn the screw a little bit here. Radulica left by himself, and he goes straight to the cup.
That was impressive right there. I thought he saw Brcic just cutting to the basket, but watch his composure here. Paused, saw an open space, took off. He's gonna jump off both feet.
And he sends it down, and Krstić gets behind his teammate in the big man union. Serbia have got France doubled up. It's 30-15. And they're without their superhero, Nikola Batum.
Let's see if Dial takes Brcic down low. Looks like Serbia's coming out in a zone defense.
So we see our first zone here of the evening. Lovren flashes to the high post of the 2-3 zone.
That's a smart play by Georgia coming out of timeout.
Just changing the defense a little bit. The shot short by Hurtel. The second effort no good by Dial, but Lovren with the tip.
And that's one of the problems of playing zone defense. It's tough to keep the players off the boards because you don't have a particular assignment.
Lovren was the leading rebounder in EuroLeague this past season with the KK Partizan club from Belgrade, so he gets a much-needed basket for the French. Speaking of baskets, Teodosic's shot is wayward, and that's a good closeout by Flo Pietrus.
Yeah, Teodosic rushed the shot a little bit. You saw him try to shoot that off the dribble, released it quicker than he wanted to.
There's the tip in by Geoffrey Lovren, or Joe Low as they call him. Hurtel into Lovren. Kicks to Dial. That's one piece of Lovren's game, John, I'd love to see to improve. You know, he got the ball right in the heart of the defense. He stands 2 meters 11, he's 6'11", but he just lacks a bit of explosiveness to go up in a crowd and take it strong to the basket.
Yeah, he's got good length also, and if he just goes up with a half jump hook, he's gonna get it over the defenders. We saw him opt to pass the ball. Also, we saw Dial with a clean look at the basket. He opted to pass the ball.
Sometimes you have a responsibility to score for your teammates. Jelabal rises over Bogdanovic, and that's a tough mid-range jump shot for Mikhail Jelabal.
Looks like Bogdanovic might have even got a piece of his forearm. Jelabal hit a tough shot.
So France have clawed themselves back in it. They now trail by 11 as both teams go to their benches. Serbia lead France here in Madrid 30-19.
By the way, you don't have to tell me anything about Sasha Djordjevic. I've played against him many times. He came up on the losing end, too many of them.
I'm sure you like him a lot better when you're sat here and you get to interview him before and after games than when you had to guard him.
Oh yeah, he's a great guy, great basketball mind.
Radulica loses the balance, and John, maybe just talk us through how Flo Pietrus guarded in the low post here.
Yes, this call, he pulled the chair out from Radulica. He leans on him, lets him feel him, and then he gets away quickly. If we see the replay, smart play by Pietrus, who's strong, but he gives up weight to Radulica. But he got down low. I liked how he gets down low on defense, gets good leverage, and then just pulls off that contact. Radulica lost his balance.
Hurtel. His baseline jump shot up and good. So the last 3 trips down the floor, the French have scored. They did trail by 15. Now it's single digits with less than 6 to play here in the first half of our second semifinal. Whoever wins this will play Team USA here in Madrid. Cowan is back in the game for Serbia. Markovic off the left hand, up and good, and we've got our first and one of the evening.
Great strength by Markovic to finish this play. Jelabal was hanging on his arm, but right there, Markovic shows his strength.
There's the left-handed drive and the right-handed finish. Foul on Jelabal.
I was watching that play. Hurtel was just not playing team defense. He was just denying the ball to Teodosic. Opens up a lot more space, but you can see the French principles on defense. They do not like to have the ball in Teodosic's hands. It's important if a guy like Markovic can make some plays like that, open things up.
Markovic's and one, rolls around and out. Back come France. Hurtel with a hesitation. He loses the ball and ends up fortuitously in the hands of Mikel Jelabon. Hurtel gets it back. Trying to break down Kalinic. Shot clock at 5. Hurtel with a shake and a shimmy, and this time he's stripped by Bjelica. And now the shot clock is at 3.
Great help defense by Bjelica. But Kalinic with the active hands, quick feet, basically able to keep him in front. Great job of one-on-one defensive.
Diao and Jelabon make the same cut. Now it's a turnover. It's a 3-on-1 for Serbia. Kalinic finishes off the break.
He's so good at running the floor and finishing those plays.
And that's what he does, John. You know, he just scores a little bit in transition for you. He'll get a rebound. He'll guard. Last time down the floor, he guarded Hurtel and took away the penetration. And you need those glue guys as Jelabon and Raduljic to talk about some good tapas restaurants in Madrid.
Look at this play. He gets Raduljic pretty good right there. So he immediately apologizes. Raduljic barely felt it. Look at him.
Wow, great sportsmanship. These teams know each other well. They came through Group A. They spent a week in Granada together. They're extending their stay here in Madrid.
That's right. They're in the same hotels. These teams eat in the same area. See plenty of each other.
Hurtel with the shot clock at 10, directs traffic for France, calls Lovern for the high screen. Diao, extra pass to Hurtel, who rises for the 3. It won't fall. Boris Diao, his reverse layup up and good, John. And France now must have got the message from you to say, get to the backboard and get some offensive rebounds.
That's been the difference.
France with their 4th offensive rebound here in the first half, all of them coming this quarter. Stepped through by Teodosic, and he has 15 points. We still have 4 minutes to play in the first half. Bounce pass down the lane to Lovern. Good rotation by Markovic, but Lovern keeps his composure and puts it up and in. Teodosic finds space. He just cannot leave him open.
You cannot leave him open, and especially if he's got his feet set like that. He's just on fire.
He has 18, does Teodosic. Lovern wanted it in the low post, didn't get it. Nicolas Batum back in the game for France, which is fantastic to see. Hurtel stripped from behind by Markovic. It's a 4-on-2 as Serbia try and press their numbers. Pass inside the Bjelica. Unselfish basketball by Milos Teodosic.
Great ball movement. Everybody filling a lane. Bigs are running the floor. Great execution by the Serbian team.
Well, Serbia surpassed their largest lead. It's now 16. They have led by 15. Markovic called for the foul as he tried to shoot a passing lane.
Look at the physicality of this Serbian perimeter players. As we see how deep Teodosic was when he got that shot off.
Just a mental lapse by Mikel Jelabon. And John, with a player like Teodosic, you've got to concentrate all the time, don't you, when you're guarding him?
I'm sure he thought, well, he's far enough outside the three-point line. You know, I've got a chance to relax. That's not the case. Teodosic has deep range. You cannot rest. You cannot relax, not even 1 second on him.
Gobert checks in for Les Bleus. Kalinic with the steal. Kalinic in the open court. Nikola Kalinic with the finish.
Great play on both ends of the court. We see it again. Getting to the basket and finishing. Show some ball handling skills.
Here's a skip pass to Hurtel. Here's a little up fake. Finds space, but his shot is off the mark. It was flat, didn't have good rotation, John, and now France get called for a foul as they compete for the offensive rebounds. It's on Boris Diao. Just his first personal foul.
Bogdanovic had inside position. We see it there. He was pushed just enough, knocked off balance by Diao, who didn't like that call.
He's multilingual as Boris Diao. I think he used English that time. Teodosic gets a break. John Bogdanovic has not scored yet for Serbia. Collins' pass intended for Radulica, broken up by Batum.
They cannot foul to stop the break.
And Bjelica knocks it out of the cylinder. And who's the first guy to get it? It's Nikola Kalinic, tries to keep it alive. And you just love the Serbian fans over there, John. They're so rewarding. There's a tip by Bjelica, who defends his goal.
Serbian definitely know their basketball. They can appreciate those efforts.
Extra pass to Edwin Jackson. Jackson comes in and knocks down a much-needed jump shot for the French.
Well, it was Jackson that came in that third quarter and turned the game around. The first time these two teams met, Serbia's going to have to get out on him. He can heat up in a hurry.
Jackson had 12 points in that third quarter for France. Bjelica to the rim. Gobert with the block. Here's Diao to Jackson. He'll move it on to Dio. Batum in the corner. Radulica commits the foul.
Let's see if we see the replay of this block shot. Gobert goes and blocks a left-handed shot from Bjelica. Bjelica, look at this. The left hand, he's so long, he was able to reach over there, get a piece of it. Smart play by Batum. Serbia's in the penalty. It'll be 2 free throws.
Nikola Batum with 6 points so far this evening. You see Nikola Kalinic go to the bench. Both of tonight's teams come in with matching 5-2 records thus far in the tournament. France presently ranked 8th in the world according to the FIBA ranking systems. Serbia 11th. These two teams came through Group A, which we called the group of death, John, but ironically it was the group of life because all 4 of teams from Group A beat the teams from Group B in the top 16 phase to advance to the quarters.
That's true, and they did it convincingly.
It's Bogdanovic, and his shot rattles in.
He really set up that play. I was watching him. He's off the ball. He had a staggered pin down screen for him. He changed his pace. He started to go, he stopped, got the deep, froze the defense and came off that screen and knocked it down, squared his shoulder, knocked it down.
Markovic with his second personal. There's the 3 by Bogdanovic. Coach Djordjevic was annoyed at that foul as well he should be, because Serbia at this stage want that clock to keep ticking over.
Yeah, and any foul right now results in 2 free throws for the French team.
Batum averaged 13 points per game and 7.5 rebounds per game last season for the Portland Trailblazers. He's the leading scorer for France, an average of 9.9 points per game. He has 10 so far this evening, so Batum rising to the challenge. Now he's got to guard Teodosic. Does a good job making Teodosic give the ball up. Bjelica, shot clock at 4. Krstić from the baseline. I think he tries to draw the foul, but the referees would have none of it. Good defense by Gobert. Here's Diao. Jackson spots up. He was on line just a little too firm as it struck the back of the rim for Edwin Jackson.
That was a good option for the French team. Jackson was just off on that shot, though.
Krstić, top of the key. There's Teodosic. He's fouled by Gobert.
You see Gobert doing an excellent job hedging. He's called for the foul there. Close play. Be interesting to see if France sticks with Batum on Teodosic. He's doing an excellent job.
He is doing an excellent job with just 26.9 seconds left. How will Coach Collet see this game out? He'll take out Rudy Gobert, who has 2 personals. It's the 4th team foul on France, so Serbia do not yet shoot. Sideline ball for the Eagles of Serbia. Here's Bogdanovic. Krstic in the low post. Now Batum has to guard in the blocks, and Batum showing his versatility from Teodosic to Krstic. 10 seconds left in the first half of play in our semifinal between France and Serbia. France trying to get the last shot. Diao spins in the lane, rises over Teodosic. He got it off in time, but Teodosic does just enough on defense. Diao couldn't get the last basket for France. Well, France trail by 14 as the teams go to the halftime changing room. There's your score in the 2014 FIBA Basketball World Cup semis. It's Serbia 46 and France 32.
That's because they regroup at halftime. Djordjevic does a great job of getting these guys prepared to come out strong in the third quarter. We've seen that time and time again.
Well, welcome back to Madrid. Welcome back to this second semifinal between Serbia and France. The USA beat Lithuania in the semifinal last night in Barcelona. Whoever wins this plays the Americans for the gold. Shot clock at 3. Bjelica with a deep 3, and that is off the mark. So that's exactly how the French want to start this game, John. They want to get defensive stop after defensive stop.
Yeah, we saw them. Each guy was connected to their man off the ball. They were very tight. Their ball pressure, and everybody was concentrating on that defensive possession. They've got to keep that up.
Here's Batum on the baseline. Little sweep move. Kalinic bodies up, takes away the penetration. Now the shot clock under 10 for Les Bleus. Dio with a hesitation, and his scoop shot just wouldn't fall. That's the third, I think, if I'm right, John, tip by Nemanja Bjelica to save a basket for the Serbs.
That's 6 points for you.
So Serbia come out with Teodosic, Markovic, Bjelica, Radulica, and Kalinic. Markovic finds Kalinic. I beg your pardon, Teodosic. How can I mistake him?
What?
Another shot by Teodosic, up and good.
He stepped into that 3. He's got so much confidence on his shot right now.
Well, Teodosic is 4 for 5 from behind the arc, and he's 4 for 4 from inside it. John, it's almost like whoever guards Teodosic should have no help responsibilities. A step back 3, good by Batum. And his Batman coming to the scene.
I'll tell you what, he's got such skills. He makes those plays look easy. You ask yourself, why doesn't he do it again?
Diao guarding in the low post, really fronting Radulica. This is a small French lineup. They have Dio, Batum, Diao, Jackson, and Gelabal. Perhaps the smallest French lineup we've seen in the whole tournament, John.
Well, they put an offensive unit out there, definitely. This team, they're playing some defense, but especially with Edwin Jackson, it gives them that extra offensive punch.
Markovic to Radulica. Here's Teodosic. He got his feet set, thought about it, pulled back. And there's a rare miss this evening from the Serbian number 4. Batum crosses over, and Bjelica and Markovic collectively stop Batum. Teodosic look away pass to Radulica, who spins, and this time it's Bjelica who tips it in on the offensive end.
But look how Serbia gets out on the break. All 5 players run. Teodosic has it. Radulica goes right to the basket. Good follow by Bjelica.
Radulica showing how to be a rim runner. The big guy running down the floor, getting straight to the rim. Something you talk about a lot, John, get right to the basket, not to the blocks. Jackson, can he get the French going in and out? France to dig in and defend here. They trail by 16, still plenty of time for Les Bleus to get back in this. Teodosic's pass ends up in the hands of Markovic. 5 on the shot clock. Markovic spins. He is stripped. Jelibal comes up with it. Now France push the ball down the floor. Can Jackson finish? He can't. Good hard move by Jackson, and Bjelica commits the foul so the Serbian team can regroup. There's a tactical foul that we see, which is part and parcel of the game here, John. A foul just to stop the basketball so your teammates can get back on defense.
Well, every possession is so important in these games, 40-minute games. Every single possession is important. You never want to give up an easy basket, certainly not in transition situations.
Dio pulls the trigger on a good-looking three. That won't fall. Kalinic tips it to Krstic. Good hustle play by Nikola Kalinic. There are a few faithful Serbian fans with the Serbia shout. Teodosic somehow gets a bounce pass to Krstic, who can't finish the play. Back come France. And the foul by Markovic. So still, John, France without any fast break points, and just good tactical play here by Markovic.
Smart heads-up play. As long as your team is not in the penalty, you want to stop any advantage your opponent has.
Just a second team foul on the Serbs. Dio goes at Krstic. That's a tough bucket by Antoine Dio, the 6 for France.
A smart play, used his body, absorbed the contact, still was able to finish against the bigger player, Krstic.
Krstic wants it in the low post against Diao. Bjelica in the lane, off the window, up and good with what they call a bezo here in Spain. A little kiss.
Kiss off the glass. We saw great ball handling skills again by Bjelica to get to the basket. Very good going right.
Jelibal caught everybody sleeping. Worried look by Geoffrey Lauvergne, and Bjelica just apologizes to Jelibal for the foul. Stefan Jovic going to come in for Stefan Markovic. Jackson on the backdoor cut. Jelibal and pop. Mid-range jumper, no good. And again, just one trip for the French, so they rebounded well. The second quarter on the offensive end. Need to revisit that theme as we pass the midway mark of the third quarter. Serbia in no hurry. Bjelica from the elbow, no good, and a great box out by Boris Diaw. Jackson uses the screen of Diaw, has a mismatch now with Krstic. Jackson in the dribble drive, back rim, and again, just one trip for France. Jovic with the rebound for Serbia. John, Serbia really setting the tempo that suits them here with this lead.
They like to get the ball inside early.
Kalinic, a little head and shoulders fake to open the baseline jump shot just off the mark. And that's what happens when you go compete for an offensive rebound. You might not get it, but you get an extra possession.
Good things happen. We see Kalinic aggressively following his shot. One thing I liked about the Serbia offense, they get the ball inside early, whether it's to Krstic, could be a guard. They look to get the ball on the block and attack from there. Guys move very well without the ball. You see so many effective cuts.
Coach Collet shuffles his deck again. He brings in Gobert, who deflects it out of bounds, and Thomas Hertel. Collet looking for the right combination. You just need somebody to give us the team a spark, don't you, John? Somebody off the bench to provide a little je ne sais quoi, shall we say, to help the French try and get themselves back in this. And a travel. Good hard-nosed defense by Mikhail Jelibal as he causes the travel on Kalinic.
Yep, moved his foot there.
Batum on the wing for France, guarded by Bogdanovic, gets a handoff from Boris Diaw, and that's terrific execution by the French, and Diaw gives a shout to his teammate and says, let's go.
That's what you got to do against pressure defense. We've seen the French do it in previous games. Use that handoff. Batum is so smooth coming off those handoffs, catching and shooting.
Great rotation by the French as Diaw guards Kirstic. Gobert stepped out on the screen and roll, and Diaw rotated over.
Still a 14-point lead by Serbia, but you could feel the French team has a different look coming out here in the third quarter. Very good on the defensive end, and they're starting to get things going offensively. This game is far from over.
John, in many ways, Serbia are lucky to be here. They finished 7th in the European Championships, Eurobasket 2013 last summer in Slovenia. Ordinarily, it's only the top 6 European teams that qualify for the World Cup, but as Spain were the hosts, the extra spot went to Serbia, and they grabbed their opportunity.
And they've done extremely well. They deserve to be here the way they're playing.
It's a nice jump hook by Gobert to get it to 12. Great pick and roll defense again by Gobert. He hustles back to guard Kirstic. And Kirstic offers himself. Nice pass by by Bogdanovic as he draws the help.
That was an important offensive possession. Bogdanovic got down low and got past his defender. Looked like he was going to try to finish himself, but smartly passed the ball to wide open Kirstic.
Here's Diaw. You can see how Bailey just steps off Diaw. Jelly ball in the corner. That's no good. Diaw can't keep it alive. Teodosic with the rebound. Kirstic's scoop shot up and good. As he gets it underneath the arm of Rudy Gobert.
He wouldn't have been able to go over. That was a smart move. Went under Gobert.
Diaw doesn't take many threes. That one wouldn't drop for him. Serbia go back to a 16-point lead. Vincent Collet wants a timeout. Quickly waves it off. He'll bring in Evan Fournier for Jelabal.
He's looking for some offense. He's got several guys that can do it, but nobody's been able to get on track. What a great play by Bogdanovic, setting up Kirstic on that play. Look at Kirstic, how he uses his body and then goes under the outstretched arms of Gobert.
Kalinic. Straight line drive on dribble penetration, and Kalinic goes to the line for Serbia.
That's set up by Kirstic, getting deep possession in the post, kicking it back out to the perimeter. Kalinic doesn't settle for the three-pointer. He goes in, draws contact. We'll get 2 free throws.
Nikola Kalinic is heading to Red Star Belgrade next year. Played last summer in the World University Games. Won a bronze medal, and then he went and he played for Serbia in the European Championship. So it's quite a busy summer for this young man. Just 22 years old. This is the second free throw, and Hertel with the rebound. Serbia reestablished that 16-point lead. Hertel keeps his dribble alive, but it's static by the French. He can't find a pass. Hertel will call his own number, and that's a 2.
Hertel is going to have to make a few plays like that. Definitely need to lift this French offense.
Hertel with 4 points tonight. Teodosic getting a rest on the bench for the Serbs. Here's Bogdanovic. His pass to Kirstic. Krstić will go to the line for 2 shots.
Krstić is so good at setting screens. Let's see if we see the replay. He'll set the screen and he rolls hard to the basket. He's a big target. He can catch the ball on the roll, on the move, and usually finishes.
Well, Bogdanovic, John, we know played a lot of point guard this past season with his club, Partizan. He's more of a 2 or a 3, but he shows his versatility there. He assumed the point guard duties and threw a nice pass to Krstić. Krstić makes both free throws. Krstić has 7, but it's Teodosic who's really leading the Serbs with 21 points. Everyone else in single digits for the Eagles. There's 48 for France. Batum points his feet at the basket and it gets the shooter's roll. It's a 3 for Batum. France desperately need to stop this trip down the floor. Radulica back in the game. Tries to get Gobert to commit. But his jump hook is up and good. He gets a knock in the chops and then he smiles to his teammates. Here's your last possession of the 3rd quarter. France trail by 15. Pertel directing traffic for the French. Wants to break down Kaunic. Finds Fournier in the corner, just a little bit too late for France. And John, that's emblematic of how labored a performance this has been for the French. They're not on their game. By contrast, the Serbs are comfortably in front. We'll take a break at the end of 3 quarters of play. Serbia lead France in the 2014 FIBA Basketball World Cup, 61-46. With at least 5 minutes, 10 or fewer points, with at least 5 minutes to play if you're France?
Yes, you want to get that deficit to single digits as soon as you can. If you can get it within 5, 6, 4 minutes, you can make a run. Just this, I want to just mention the Serbian perimeter defenders are so tough. They've got such great length and strength on the perimeter. It's really made life difficult for the French team.
Fournier lets fly from the French. That's a good way to start it.
Well, there was a clean look, a rare clean look that France has had in this game. Fournier, you not want to give him a clean look because he's going to knock it down.
Fournier's breakout game came in the quarterfinals against Croatia. He had 13 points. Up until that point, he had been a bit player on this French cast. Here's the captain, Diao, supporting his teammates from the bench. Bogdanovic. Look how far Gobert can step, and he can hustle back to Radulica. A lot of that is because of the pressure defense by Nicola Batum. Shot clock at 7. Gobert, hang on to your hat. Here goes Nicola Batum with the flush for France. And Coach Djordjevic is going to take a timeout early. It's 10 points, John. You talked about getting to single digits. France have got it to 10 in 40 seconds. We'll take a break in the 4th quarter. Serbia lead France 61-51. Allez les Bleus.
He's got such good length, but he's so agile he can recover. You don't see too many 7-footers that can do that.
So Markovic comes in for the Serbs. Pietrus trying to break up Bjelica. Acknowledges the foul. An important possession now, the mark of a good timeout, John. Can you come out and execute an offense and get a good look?
Well, let's see the defense of the French team. Like we said, Batum is all over Teodosic, cannot get the ball.
Radulica dives to the basket. And Pietrus rotates around. He gets called for the push. So 2 quick fouls by Flo Pietrus. And John, you love the aggression of the French, but they've committed their 3rd team foul.
It's early that's three team fouls already in the first minute of this fourth quarter. Pietrus had an excellent position, but he used his hands.
The French fan, I presume, was crossing her fingers. She very well may be crossing her toes as well. Teodosic to Bjelica. Bjelica's shot in and out. Here's Fournier in the open court, and it's Bogdanovic with the foul.
Well, we can feel the French team making their move. Serbia is definitely on their heels now. This is an important defensive possession. They got to establish what they did for practically this entire game. They're going to have to come up with some stops here.
So France clawing themselves back in it. They've got the captain on the bench, Diao. Here's Batum with 20 points this evening. He'll kick to Hertel. Hertel lets fly, and that rims out. Pietrus keeps it alive. And it's those hustle plays that you need when you're chasing a deficit.
Yeah, it gives them an extra possession. Great play by Pietrus. Tireless worker.
With this trip, the French can get it to single digits. What a psychological lift that would give them. Batum's got to get the ball in. No, he does. He feathers it past to Hertel. Comes off the stagger screen, does Batum. Little give and go with Gobert. Off-balance shot. No good by Batum. Shot clock running down. Here come the Serbs. Bjelica kicks to Markovic. Markovic looks at his feet and just shoots too strong.
Yeah, it's nice to see Serbia got out and ran on that fast break. Weren't able to convert on their transition play. Both bigs ran the floor very well.
Well, the Serbian fans can feel the nervous anxiety showed by their players. The Serbian fans on their feet trying to give their team a lift. Hertel somehow gets it to Fournier. And Fournier is dispossessed from behind by Teodosic.
I think Hertel has a valid argument there. Bogdanovic looked like he wanted to just drop that penetration with the foul. Ref didn't call anything. Play continued. Serbia was able to come up with a turnover.
This foul goes on Gobert. It's his 3rd. Vincent Collet is going to leave him in the game for France. Teodosic's changed directions. Now he's just trying to lose Batum. There's Gobert again, who steps out. Again causes problems. Here's France. Hertel looking for a pass ahead. Hertel in transition. It won't drop. Radulica falls with the basketball. Hertel ties him up. And on the held basketball, possession will go to the Serbs. John, the game just won't turn for France, will it?
Well, Serbia's fighting to stay in front. You still feel the momentum. I think the French team, they have a different psychology right now, being much more aggressive on both ends of the floor. There's plenty of time still. They have to continue with the job they're doing on defense. If you're Serbia, you might not want to run that pick and roll with Batum and Gobert. They're excellent at defensive pick and roll coverage.
Gobert and Pietrus switch. That's a kind switch for the French. What a fantastic pass by Nemanja Bjelica as he shovels a pass to Markovic, and Markovic isn't going to miss that layup.
That was such a nice pass. He got it off so quick. Almost looked like he lost the ball, but obviously with this left off the dribble, found the open teammate. Look at that pass.
Great vision by Nemanja Bjelica as the teams go to their benches. There's 12 points in it. Serbia lead France 63-51. Definitely an asset offensively for the Serbs is Nemanja Bjelica. He showed some point guard skills too with that little pass.
Yeah, we see him cross over. And he's a threat to shoot from deep. Again, he struggled throughout this tournament, only shooting around 20% from three-point range. But we know he can stretch the defense because of the shooting ability from long range.
Bjelica with 4 assists. He and Markovic lead the pack for Serbia. Here's Hertel. Batum comes to get it. He finds Diao. Diao's going to let fly with a 3. It's good. Boris Diao with a 3 for France. And there's the single digits. The difference is 9. Hertel just gets deep in the lane against Markovic. Markovic's little push shot, no good. Gobert with another rebound, and here's Fournier on the wing.
France is setting pick and rolls and getting switches and mismatches on defense. We see Hertel against Belisa, the four-man.
Batum tries his hand in a three. Voila! Nicolas Batum with a three for France. And all of a sudden now, John, it's 6. It's only 2 possessions.
You can just see the mentality of the French players. The psychology has definitely turned. Much more aggressive on both ends of the court. Serbia has to come up with a good possession.
Oh my heavens! Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Radulica with the tip. Batum gets inside, draws the foul, and will go to the line.
The thing I like about France in this play, they weren't crying, they weren't complaining about that lucky basket. They got the ball out of the net quickly, went down court, and you see Batum immediately take the ball to the basket.
Look at Kirstich as he blesses himself. Terrific. Get all these sights here for you in the 2014 FIBA Basketball World Cup.
You'll take it any way you can. They've been struggling. Serbia's been struggling scoring points. It's only their second basket in this fourth quarter.
Batum's free throw up and good. A good free throw shooter throughout the tournament. Averages 75%.
All of a sudden, Batum has 24 points. He's been deadly from long-range distance, but we know he can score around the basket. France is going to need that from him.
This is by far his strongest offensive game in this tournament. Batum wants to clear out. He wants Markovic in a low post, and now Bogdanovic switches with him. Here's Hertel. Extra pass to the corner to Fournier. Fournier lets fly, and Fournier knocks down a three, and he emotes. And would you believe it, Coach Djordjevic is going to burn his second timeout. France are within 4 on the strength of the three from that man there, Evan Fournier. It's the extra pass by Diaw, and the 3 ball by Fournier. Serbia lead France 65-61. Nikola Batum is locking down Teodosic. What is Serbia looking for here, John?
They want to move the ball around. That's a quick shot. But hey.
If you can shoot it like that, why not?
Yeah,
Bogdanovic can really shoot it. And he's fearless, age 22. Sometimes he doesn't know the occasion. Fournier's teardrop, no good. Gets it back.
There again, you see the aggressiveness. Fournier sticking with the play. If he didn't have it, his teammate Diaw had it. Definitely France is being much more aggressive, and it's paying off for them. They're back in this game, but they have to get some stops on the defensive end also.
Well, there's an English expression from Rudyard Kipling, John. It goes, if you can keep your head about you while all others lose theirs, you obviously don't understand the seriousness of the situation. And Bogdanovic just catches and shoots as if it's a pickup game.
Yep, that will work in your favor. We haven't seen too many times where he just comes off the pick like that and shoot it. We know he can do. We've seen that with Partizan. We haven't seen it too many times here with the Serbian national team.
There's a worried look by Coach Djordjevic. 5 points the difference. Serbia trying to get a cushion. And we've got a foul here.
Going to be on Diaw trying to get through Radulica's wide body screen. Too much contact. You see it here.
It's the 3rd personal foul on Diaw. You like that call, John? You don't think it was a moving screen by Radulica?
Well, if you look at it there, Radulica moved his hips, but he might have, Diaw might have pulled him and forced that play. Again, we see France is in the penalty, so this is costly. Any foul now is going to result in 2 free throws for Serbia. And as we've seen, it's very difficult to score points for them. You do not want to put them on the line. You want to keep your aggressive defense, but if you can avoid putting them on the free throw line, it'd be much better for you.
Well, Bjelica makes both free throws the last time he was in the semifinal in Turkey in 2010. He had just 2 points. He has 8 this evening. Batum with a crossover. Batum, let's fly! Ilala Menshon! He's got the hot hand! Does Nicolas Batum!
Just when the team needs it, Batum is rising to the occasion, brings his team within 4 points.
Batum is 6 of 8 from beyond the rainbow. And Bogdanovic just glides to the basket and lays it up and in.
That was smooth also, with finishing with his left hand.
Diao to Batum. He draws the attention of Bjelica. What's Batum got for us now? He'll give to Fournier, who catches and shoots. It wouldn't drop. Diao couldn't keep it alive for France. Here comes Teodosic. Coach Collet wants a timeout for France. Teodosic has been quiet. Markovic, extra pass to Bogdanovic. No good. Now here's Diao.
Markovic had an open look, but I think he made the correct decision. Get into the hot hand. Bogdanovic wasn't able to make that shot.
Speaking of hot hands, Batum gives it up to Boris Diao and then goes and gets it back. Spots up for the three. In and out.
There's that handoff play. They're very effective. Usually we'll get a clean look for Batum. Wasn't able to knock it down.
Just a 6-point difference. That's 2 possessions. Win the Serbs. Love to get another basket here. The pass intended for Bogdanovic, and the referee's going to call Evan Fournier for a hold to see if we can see what happened on the instant replay.
Use his hands. Definitely use his hands. And again, it's going to be 2 free throws for the Serbian team. Bogdanovic will go to the line.
This is Bogdan Bogdanovic for the Serbs at the charity stripe. He was the EuroLeague Rising Star Award winner this season with KK Partizan. He'll head to Turkey next year to play for Fenerbahce with his national team teammate Nemanja Bjelica. Bogdanovic makes both free throws. So I always think, John, 8's a nice, comfortable margin for a lead.
Only 3 minutes left to play. Serbia's in good shape. They just got to run the clock, make France work for their points. They got to use their time on offense. Also run the clock down.
Well, this foul is on Stefan Markovic, his 4th personal, as he's trying to get to grips with Nicolas Batum, who has 27 points for the French. Hertel came around a screen and was open. And if it's on Markovic, it could be the end for him. It's not. It's on. Oh, it is. I beg your pardon. It is on Stefan Markovic, John. And so that is his 5th foul. How important a loss will this be for Serbia?
He's a veteran player, Markovic. He's doing it on the defensive end, but also he's making some good plays on the offensive end. Jovic will take his place. And Jovic, we know, is an outstanding defensive player. But he probably doesn't have the offensive skills as of yet, which Markovic brings to the table.
Markovic disconsolate as he walks out. He can't believe it. The foul is against him, in this sense. Thomas Hertel to the free throw line for France. Hertel was 3rd in assists in the EuroLeague this season with the Labrador Kucha Vitoria club here in the Spanish ACB and in the EuroLeague. He makes both free throws. So Jovic comes into the cauldron here, which is known as La Palacio de Deportes in Madrid. Teodosic, can he get himself going? He's gonna let fly. Oh, Teodosic with the Chisto Souza!
That's a big time shot coming off the pick and roll, going to his left. Oh, net. Teodosic, some play.
It was nothing but nylon, and Batum responds! Batum says, and he looks at Teodosic and says, what you can do, I can do too.
France is going to have to extend their pressure defense.
Bogdanovic is fouled by Gelabal.
Definitely some contact on that move.
Well, John, you and I have been waiting for a great game, and this has been nothing short of a fabulous second half.
Both teams are playing very well right now. Really anybody's game. Still 2.5 minutes left to play. Serbia's shown a lot of composure and poise to withstand this French rally. And they made some big plays on the offensive end.
Batum has 30, Teodosic 24. This young man, Bogdanovic, whose first free throw rims out, has 10.
Serbian players are looking at the scoreboard, looking at that clock. Still 2 minutes, 24 seconds left to play.
Bogdanovic gets the shooter's roll on the second one. 7 points. Makes it a 3-possession game. Diao lines up for a 3 of his own, and the French are coming out and shooting the lights out. France now 13 for 30 from behind the 3-point line. They're shooting themselves back in this game. They trail by 4. Bogdanovic trying to break down Pietrus. Bogdanovic just goes in the lane and lays it up and in. That's just too easy if you're France.
What skills. That was a tough shot. He went to his left and was able to finish with his left.
Hertel snaps a pass to Batum. What great vision by Thomas Hertel. And you can see why he was third in assists in the EuroLeague there.
They cannot afford to trade baskets, though. They're going to have to get a stop, the French team.
Here's Batum, who's playing lockdown defense on Teodosic.
Nice pass. And a great roll by Krstić.
Pretty basketball by the Serbs.
They spread the floor perfectly there.
Oh, Diaw wants it. Hertel didn't see him. Diaw's going to step into. No, he's going to move it on to Batum. Batum's going to take a shot. No, he's going to pass to Diaw. What am I talking about? Diaw to Hertel. Hertel steps into a three, and he's got it! Thomas Hertel, voila! Three for France. They trail by three. It's a one-possession game.
Hertel has been deadly at the end of these games. He's come up clutch time and time again.
Well, who's going to keep their nerve? Teodosic feathers a pass into Krstić. Krstić's jump hook is good.
Great position by Krstić. Goes straight in front of the rim. Post up in the middle of the lane. Perfectly executed pass by Teodosic. Surprised he fouls here. He stops the clock, sends Hertel to the line.
Well, John, I was just about to say to you, at what stage does Coach Djordjevic come back with Raduljica? But maybe he won't, because you've got Krstić as a veteran, and you got Teodosic as your veteran players on the floor.
I think Krstić will do a little bit better on defense, a little bit more mobile. I think it's a good idea to have Krstić on the floor in this situation. France is going small. Boris Diaw is basically the five-man right now.
Hertel was a member of the French team that won the gold medal last summer in Slovenia at the Eurobasket European Championships. Hertel now to make it a one-possession game. The second free throw up and good. Hertel, a 90% free throw shooter through the tournament. If you're France, can you dig in here, John, and play defense one possession before you got to think about fouling?
No, you don't want to foul. You definitely want to play defense. They've been doing a solid job on defense for the most part. Now's when they really need it, though.
Teodosic, who's going to take the shot for Serbia? Teodosic penetrates, stops, pops, no good. Diaw skies for the rebound. Now France need a three. If you're Serbia, do you foul?
You do not let them shoot from three-point range. That was an early foul by Teodosic, but he made sure that they didn't give up the three-point look.
My partner's right on it. He knows that you do not give France a chance to tie it and send it to overtime. You commit the tactical foul.
Be interested to see what the percentage of France is from the three-point line. Their last 10 shots might have missed 2 or 3. All of a sudden, they're shooting 45% from beyond the arc, 14 out of 31. But they've been hot. You do not want to let them shoot from three. You do not want to give them a chance to tie the game.
Now, John, if Hertel makes this free throw, he brings France within one. France are going to have to foul, or do they pressure in the backcourt and wait till they get it over the half for Serbia?
I think they'll pressure in the backcourt, and you want to try. You probably don't want to send Teodosic to the line. He's an 88% free throw shooter.
Well, Hertel misses the second free throw, and Pietrus commits the quick foul on Nikola Kalinic.
That's actually a good foul by Pietrus. Kalinic missed his 2 free throws earlier.
John, this is what I call waiter at the table time. You take the pretty girl to the restaurant, you get all the courses, the wine, the dessert, the coffee, and then the waiter presents you with the bill. Now, if you don't have any money, you don't see the bonita anymore. In this case, the referee comes and he presents you the basketball. He wants to know what you got in your basketball wallet. Have you been shooting free throws in your gym at home? So we'll see what Nikola Kalinic has got in his basketball wallet. It is waiter at the table time.
You have to shoot with confidence. You cannot be afraid in these situations.
Kalinic makes the first.
The first shot is always the most difficult shot. He makes the first shot. If he makes this one, it's a 2-possession game. A very big shot here.
Johnny makes this. Serbia don't foul. He misses. They do.
Yes.
Kalinic. This is Nikola Kalinic we're talking about. This guy's got character in spades, as the English say.
We could not expect anything less from Nikola Kalinic.
Kalinic breaks it up. Hurtel's going to try and get something going to the basket. He'll lean in. His shot won't fall. And Nemanja Bjelica with a rebound that could send Serbia to the finals of the 2014 FIBA Basketball World Cup.
That was a big-time play by Kalinic, deflecting that pass, disrupting the French offense. Hurtel had to go to half court to retrieve that ball, drove to the basket, just struggled to get that shot up, did not get a good look at the basket. He had to shoot it.
The foul is on Nicola Batum. Now let me ask you this, John. If you're Bjelica, let's say he makes the first, do you miss the second and prevent the French from taking the timeout?
No, I think you want to make the shot, put as many points on the board as you can in this situation. They'll need 2 3-pointers to tie. There's only 7.3 seconds left to play. Definitely want to make this shot.
Bjelica does. So Batum gets the ball from Diao. He's going to play in the loose. Batum rises, and he got it! Nicola Batum with 35 points for France. They trail by 3. And we have a substitute here at the scorer's bench. So just to bring the viewers up to date, it is a timeout. So Bogdanovic, Batum deflected the pass.
The clock, they lost a few
0.3 of a second. Teodosic is trying to say to his teammates, guys, you got to get open. I got Batman guarding me here. There's the pass to Simonovic, and he is fouled. Fouled by Boris Diaw.
Now here's the situation you asked earlier. Even if you miss the first, well, it's academic. He just has to make 1 free throw here, regardless.
Well, just looking at the statistics, Simonovic has shot 64% from the free throw line in this tournament. Maybe he's a better free throw shooter than his numbers suggest, but usually you want your best free throw shooters on the floor. Serbia have got 4 guards on the floor. Bjelica the only, if you like, big. This is the hands team, I suppose. Here's Simonovic. First shot up and good, and that'll seal it. And Coach Djordjevic knows it as he hugs Bjelica. John, Boris Diaw was interviewed in the pregame interview this afternoon, and someone said, you know, is this a fairy tale for the French? And he said, well, it's definitely a dream. We would love to be able to compete for a World Cup medal. Well, they have a chance tomorrow to the French. They will go into the bronze medal game and square off against the Baltic Giants from Lithuania. For Serbia, they will go to the finals, and they will play Team USA. There's your final score in the 2014 FIBA Basketball World Cup. Serbia beat France 90-85 in the semifinal from Madrid.